Hello, very good day to all of you. Today we are back again with another video, and today I want to actually discuss about a very important topic. Now in the past few months I have been seeing that a lot of people talk about ChatGPT. I thought that I also should discuss about this, but then again just by discussing about ChatGPT it is not going to fit with the content that I want to put on this channel. So what I decided was, I decided to have a candid discussion with ChatGPT to understand how it can augment the psychotherapy process. Now, why is this important? Now, let me tell you something. At least in Sri Lanka, where I am right now, psychotherapy hasn't gone through that much of innovation. Now, in other countries, there are mobile apps that helps you to calm yourself down or maybe take yourself through guided imagery, and then you can use YouTube for self-hypnosis and other sorts of mindfulness exercises and whatnot. So these are all available. But then again, if you just focus on how psychotherapy is being practiced in Sri Lanka, it is still pretty old school. You need to have a therapy room, and then it's just the therapist and the client. Now this is all right because one of the biggest components of our practice or our profession is the human element. I need to speak with someone, and our interactions and the things that we discuss, understanding how we keep or place meaning on certain things in our lives, these are all essential components of a good psychotherapeutic setting and also a therapeutic relationship. So psychotherapy therefore is not something that you can solely do on an online platform. Well, you can do psychotherapy in online platforms, but then again, still that human interaction is there. Even if you do counseling or psychotherapy via Zoom or Skype for that matter, still it is two humans communicating. So we are right now living in a time where people are slowly moving from these human relationships, and we are placing so much of prominence on our devices. We are glued to our devices. We have our mobile devices, we have our laptops and everything. So we are pretty much, glued to all of this. So the question is, if this is the case, if AI is introduced, can AI augment the present, psychotherapy practice? And I truly believe that they can do this. So what I did was this. I had a conversation with ChatGPT and I asked, here's the question, can AI be utilized to augment psychotherapy? So that was my question. And then yes, ChatGPT gave a few answers. So let's go through some of these answers, shall we? So here it goes. Yes, AI can be utilized to augment psychotherapy. First one, chatbots can be introduced. So that's a very good example as well. And people can, of course, communicate with chatbots. So that is something that we should consider definitely. And then data analysis, yes. So ChatGPT says that AI can improve data analytic process, and we can analyze client information, and based on that we could give better treatment facilities and whatnot. So yes, that is something that we can do. And virtual reality therapy. Now we have CBT and other forms of therapy as well, but virtual reality therapy is not something that is common or not something that we have heard. But definitely AI power can be utilized to generate something like this. So where people can be taken into virtual places, and that could be soothing as well. And sentiment analysis, it says it can analyze speech patterns, facial expressions, and body language and whatnot to detect emotional states of individuals. So that is also something that's pretty important. And then personalized treatment plans. So personalized treatment plans can be tailor-made using AI as well. But then again, it clearly says you can do all of this, but still it is very important that the human element is maintained. We can maintain this human element. That is something that we can of course do. But then again, is there something else that AI could offer us here? Now, chatbots can be utilized, data can be analyzed, client treatment plans can be tailor-made in custom ways. So these are all good things. But then again, now most of the therapists, they do have independent practice. But at the same time, there's a sizable proportion in our field, at least in Sri Lanka, who are in academia. So I have this question for them. Now, we use standardized testing instrument to come to a definitive diagnosis about the person. So you do the clinical interview. On top of the clinical interview, you have some diagnostic tools as well. Now, for the last few years, I have been trying my best to learn how to develop these kind of tools, how to culturally adapt them, how to statistically validate them. Now, even these things can be powered through AI. Now, I asked that question. So here's the question. Can you tell me how AI tools can be used to enhance the data analytic process that are involved in generating psychometric tools, for example, factor analysis? Is this something that AI could augment as well? Is this something that AI can improve? So can it, make the process faster? So if there are 5 researchers working on a project, can AI be utilized so that we can reduce it to 1 researcher? So let's see what exactly AI is going to tell here. So here it says, yes, AI tools can be used to enhance data analysis procedure like factor analysis used in the field of psychology to develop psychometric tools. So let's see. Automated data cleaning, that is very good. That is something that we can do. And then certain feature selection procedures, that is something that they can do as well. So most important features of a variable can be easily taken out from this AI. And then dimensionality reduction, at least in the exploratory factor analysis, we see items when they correlate with each other based on the commonality, we can try to identify certain dimensions. So even this process can be fine-tuned and improved and made efficient through AI. So that is something that they can do as well. Here it says AI can be used to reduce the number of variables in a data set, making it easier to analyze and interpret. That's pretty solid. And then model selection. So AI can be used to select the best statistical model for a given set. So that is another advantage of this process. And then predictive analytics. AI algorithms can be used to predict future outcomes based on past data. See, these are all extremely good things that AI could offer us. And now see, here's the catch. Now, I thought these are the things that AI could offer us. But no, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So it took me 1 year after doing my MSc, after finishing my MSc, it took me 1 year to understand some basic principles of item response theory. So I told ChatGPT, can you give me a basic R script to run a graded response model? So I did the study for a 10-item psychometric scale. It was actually the generalized self-efficacy scale. I ran it through a graded response model. So the graded response model was Fumiko Samijima's. So I told, can you run a data set? So this was the question. Can you give me a basic R script to run a graded response model for a psychometric test with 10 items in a 4-point Likert scale? So this is a very specific question. It's a very specific question, but let's see what exactly ChatGPT gave us. Okay, it says certainly, here's the basic R script to run graded response model for a psychometric test with 10 items in a 4-point Likert scale with LTEM package. Now it gives the entire script. Now this took me a lot of time because first, I don't understand how to do or generate this kind of a script. So I went to meet a statistics professor and he's the one who typed it out. And then I had to do multiple times of testing and finally I got my data set, but still it was very difficult to interpret. So all these problems happened. Why? Because I'm just a person and it took me so many years to just learn factor analysis. After my bachelor's, I had to do my master's, then I had to learn this. So my first project was just doing exploratory factor analysis. Then I learned about confirmatory, and it took me a year or two to learn more about item response theory, which is something that I still learn. But look how fast this thing just came up with this answer. So it can augment our psychotherapy practice, okay? AI can augment our psychotherapy practice. That is the first one. It can help us with our research, with data cleaning, model identification, and all of that. And third, it can also help us generate this kind of scripts, making data analysis even further, streamlined. So the question is, traditionally 5 people were required for a job. Now all of these can be done where one person just supervises and everything is just, part of the thing here because of AI. So if that's the case, then my question is, shouldn't we go through innovative procedures. Psychotherapy should change right now. Psychology as a field should change right now. And if we are not ready to do that, I'm telling you that there comes a time, at least in the next 10 years, you are going to think, did I do the right thing? If you are a psychology graduate right now, I would highly recommend you to get involved with research work, but you have to learn key software for data analysis, and at the same time, you have to be heavily involved with these AI procedures. How to develop your own content, how to put it on social medias, how to promote your independent practice, and thereby how exactly you are going to sustain in this particular field. Because if people are heavily getting involved with their digital devices, your psychotherapy should have the human element, but also these digital elements as well. So you have to change with times. If you don't change with times, you will definitely stagnate, and that stagnation is not good for the field, and it's not good for you as a person as well. So as a teacher in the field, as a lecturer, this is exactly what I can do. So this is my video about psychotherapy and ChatGPT. I don't know whether I actually tried to give you a comprehensive picture here, but at least this is what I can think. Now, that's the purpose of this video, but at the same time, I want to do a bit of a promotion as well. So this is my first academic book. I hope you can see. This is based on my master's research. I did research on South Asian student experiences in the university in the United States and how leadership self-efficacy can be boosted. So this book speaks about leadership self-efficacy and also discusses about some key psychotherapeutic theory on cognitive distortion. So here I talk in depth about dichotomous thinking, where I explain how the model of a particular model on dichotomous thinking can be utilized in leadership research. So essentially this is psychological research, but in the field of leadership, university student leadership. So this book is available to be purchased both online and in store. So I have given the links down below. So right now it is available at the JamFruitTree publications in Colombo 3, and at the same time it's available at Sarasavi at One Goal Face and Gadget City Center. So yeah, you can show me some support by purchasing this book, and more than that, you can show me support by subscribing to this video. And I will try my best to come up with videos like this every week, and I'll be making videos on hypnotherapy where I upload certain tracks. So the tracks are available in both English and Sinhala, but since most of my followers are from Sri Lanka, so I am uploading some Sinhalese tracks as well. But more than that, the objective is to help you understand more about the current trends in the field of psychology, but at the same time, to give you some tactics as to how to keep yourself calm in difficult times. These are difficult times. We have inflation and whatnot. It's going down, but it's difficult times. So that's the purpose of today's video. So I'll see you with another video again. So thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you again. Have a very good day.